opens the door.
Oh, we just floored it.
Ouch. You might have lost the bumper.
I'm alive. Whoa. All right, so we just slammed on the brake. Mine is gonna cost $420. How much is yours?
Cyclist approaching.
Cyclist approaching. Oh, that's fancy. Look, it knew that cyclist was coming. We have Robotaxi right here, and then we've got this one that has LiDAR on it, doing some testing, and the Robotaxi right next to each other.
I had this crazy idea. Why not race Robotaxi versus Waymo? I have access to the app, so I'm gonna do Robotaxi. Your team Waymo.
I can't do the Robotaxi. There's only 20 people in the world that can do it, and she's one of them.
Your ride is booked. It's also getting dark. And we know with Tesla, it uses cameras, it uses AI. With Waymo, it uses LiDAR. We're gonna put it all together.
Show you which one got there first.
Exactly.
If the Waymo crashes or the Tesla crashes, you're gonna see that on one of the channels.
That's
and
true.
somebody's gonna be really late if that happens. You have matched with a Waymo. Confirm ride.
I'm excited for this. I think it's fun. I think it's what everybody has been wanting to know. Who's better, Waymo or Robotaxi? Let me know in the comments if you would feel more confident driving one or the other. Do you feel more confident with LiDAR, or are you all in with Tesla? You love full self-driving, you love the tech, you love the vision.
It's 1 minute away. How far away is yours?
3 minutes away.
Hurry, hurry, Robotaxi.
Here it is.
There it is.
Here it comes.
There's my car.
Here is your Waymo. Mine is gonna cost $420. How much is yours
Well,
cost?
I got an $8 credit because I rode in Waymo for my first time earlier today. Where are you at? 2 minutes? Come on, Robotaxi. Why is he going way down there? It's me. Hello. He's just cruising. Look at all this LiDAR. This is stuff you don't see on a Tesla, is all of this LiDAR that's all over the place. It's like a radar sensor type of thing that is spinning and everywhere, and you just don't see that. The Tesla Robotaxi uses 8 to 10 cameras and some sensors, and that's what it's using. It's been using it on all the cars. It has a ton of data. Oh, here we go. Robotaxi. It's coming.
All right, there's my Robotaxi behind me. We have Waymo right here. We're going on a little race. All right.
Okay, we're gonna set up timers. Put the
All
phones
right.
right here.
Okay, hold on.
Go to stopwatch. Boom.
Close enough.
We are
All
going.
right, let's
Enjoy
go.
your Robotaxi. Hop in.
All right. Stepping inside the Robotaxi, it's getting dark. We're racing. I will show you my app right now. Here it is. Get my seatbelt on.
Put on my seat belt. Okay, there it is right there. It is, just in case her timer gets messed up or mine, it is 8 p.m. right now. I love this test because Waymo has been around for a very long time.
Start ride. Forgot I had to do that. I got so excited. Here we go. We're gonna have to turn around and they're already ready to go. I trust in Robotaxi. I trust that it can do it. It's gonna get us there fast. Earlier, Waymo parked way too far away. And I think that's gonna be our big advantage here, is that Robotaxi gets us closer to where we wanna go, but we're gonna find out right now.
Look, nobody's turning the steering wheel. Nobody's in the passenger seat. There's no human inside of here. They might be monitoring it remotely, but we're driving on the street right now in this car. Has 2 screens, just like the Tesla. Has a steering wheel. It's comfortable, but it took a left.
Turning around, the Waymo has the lead right now. It just took off. We can do this. There's a guy in front of us. There's a guy just like walking around. Come on, that's not fair. Unfair advantage. But there is traffic right now. Traffic coming from over there. Waymo definitely is in the lead.
Right now, this is going down what's usually a busy road, and it says it's going to arrive in 12 minutes. I think the Waymo is going to win, and I'm just faster. There's a bus behind me, but I can't see the Robotaxi. Dang it, I wish the Robotaxi was right behind me. It had to go turn around, so maybe we give it like 20 seconds of grace. Of like, it had to turn around and we were already facing the right way.
I feel like I should get like added like 10 seconds onto my time because of that. It's not really a fair start. We're finally getting going. 3 minutes in. There he is right in front of us. There's the Waymo. Dan's in front of us. All right, we're catching up, guys. Only a very, very slight lead right now.
One of the things that I find interesting is all of the Tesla Robotaxis that I've seen have white leather inside of it. And so it's kind of trippy because you look in the car, you notice nobody's driving that car. And I think it might throw people off. Maybe that's intentional, maybe not. But Waymo has the dark seats, and I think in some ways it's probably smarter. There's some people that when they know a car is fully autonomous, they can get in front of it and do things, they might damage it. We saw what happened in LA recently where they targeted a bunch of Waymo cars and destroyed them. And so I do appreciate that the Tesla looks like any other Tesla other than the sticker, but I do think that it probably would be wise to maybe not have white seats in them.
Ooh, we're passing you. Where's he going? We're taking a slightly different route. I love it. I'm thinking this Tesla might actually win. It's a lot smarter. It can do it. That extra AI power is going to be our advantage right here. Again, Waymo has the LiDAR, it has the cameras, it has the radar, but Tesla is much smarter, and that's the advantage.
What's funny is they do have the same button that's in the Tesla where it says pull over. So, and support.
We're taking a right here. I also love being able to see that map. I love seeing where all the cars are, the people are, and being able to kind of get inside the brain of the vehicle. And you can see on the bottom of the screen that we have someone with us that's there just for emergencies, and there are those buttons underneath Robotaxi that say pull over, stop and lane, support, just in case you need it. That's always there. All right, come on Tesla. You're going 29 and a 30. Pick it up. This is exciting. I will say we took a slightly different path, and I feel like it's gonna come down to it. It's gonna be neck and neck to see who is faster, Robotaxi or Waymo. Stay tuned. We've been traveling so much lately to bring you all this content, and we are in desperate need of a family day. So today we're going on a day trip powered by E-Range tires. If you own an EV, these are a game changer. They boost your range, they improve handling, and they make for a quieter drive. E-Range EV tires make city driving so smooth with their silent tread technology. Barely any road noise other than my kids. Plus, they're built to handle the extra weight of our EV battery, so I feel confident cruising anywhere. E-Range tires are engineered specifically for EVs, maximizing performance and efficiency for EVs. We took our family over to Piedmont Park in downtown Atlanta, and whether it's driving across uneven city streets or smooth paved roads, these tires make all the difference. Again, they're made uniquely for your EVs using their Eco.3 liquid phase mixing technology, so it improves your all-around EV driving experience. We had some time to set up a small picnic and play some frisbee before heading over to Stone Mountain Park for an adventure. The drive here was gorgeous, and E-Range EV tires really shine, especially when it comes to getting you the maximum driving range out of your EV. They're engineered to reduce rolling resistance, which means I'm getting up to 7% more range per charge. And you don't have to compromise on grip performance when on tight corners or wet roads. These tires grip like a dream. We even got a little hike in with the puppy and took the kids over to see the largest piece of exposed granite in the world. We had fun rolling down the hillside, and the kids loved every second of the afternoon. We then wrapped up the day with a meal at our favorite spot in town, and again, no worries on the little side trip because these tires are also backed by a 50,000-mile warranty in the US, so I know they'll last for tons of trips like this. If you're in the market for new tires, getting EV-specific tires is a no-brainer. It reduces range anxiety while improving comfort and longevity. Thanks to E-Range EV Tires for sponsoring today's video. If you want to extend your EV adventures, go to erangetires.com to find a dealer near you. And let's get back to the video.
You know what? We got on this road that's actually pretty fast, right next to the highway, right next to the freeway, and it's going fast. 39, 40, 42, 41, 48, 49, 50. I think we're gonna win this because I don't think the Robotaxi is going on roads that go up to 50 miles an hour. This is like the freeway on-ramp and off-ramp, and it's speeding up going fast. And it did not go on a road that went 50 miles an hour. Now we did go 38 miles an hour in a 20, but I didn't see it go over 50. As I say that, watch me look behind me and there's like the Robotaxi. Nope, nowhere to be found.
8 minutes and 30 seconds into our arrive. We're supposed to arrive in 6 minutes at 8:14 p.m. because we have those stopwatches united. We're gonna see where we both are. It's definitely that time of day when you try to adjust your visor and put on your sunglasses, kind of reposition yourself to be able to see in front of you. Honestly, I struggle with seeing. And that's one of the things that people have talked about with Tesla Vision. What happens when that sun glare is too strong and the car can't see? It's supposed to mimic the human eye. Well, right now, it appears to be no problem at all. It's driving smoothly, no issues.
50 miles an hour. We are zooming, arrival in 2 minutes. We're almost there. I see Dan's Hamburgers.
Almost there. Don't forget your phone, keys, or wallet.
We're so close. Where are you at, Kim? Where are you?
3 minutes away, 12 minutes in. Who's gonna get there?
It could go over here to this side or behind there. Okay. She better not pop around the corner.
Make sure you gather your belongings. Will I get there before Dan? Let's find out. You guys know we're not lying because we have that stopwatch going. Whoa, all right, so we just slammed on the brake. I'm not exactly sure what just happened, but the car thought it saw something, and this happens in full self-driving. This is something that does happen. That's something that people have talked about being one of the limitations of full self-driving with Robotaxi, is that occasionally it slams on the brakes out of nowhere. You guys kind of saw me react. You can see that my stuff is on the ground. But again, this is why it's in beta.
At this point, Tesla needs to be focused on safety over speed, but it also doesn't feel good to lose. Like, you don't want to lose a race still in town to Waymo, but hey, there's a Model Y, but that's not it. I don't see it. Okay, this is the place. Radio, coffee, and beer. We're pulling up.
Cyclist approaching.
Cyclist approaching. Oh, that's fancy. Look. It knew that cyclist was coming. That's clever. It is 8:11. It's been 12 minutes. Bye. See you later. Also, not that I want to be mean to people, but oh wait, let's finish it up. It's 8:11. 12 minutes, 25 seconds. That's how long it took me. You can see it on there. 12:25. I'm pretty sure I win. Goodbye, Waymo. I'm pretty sure I win. Let's see how much longer it takes her to get here. Also, one nice thing about this, I don't have to tip the robotic driver. I don't want to tip the robot, save a little bit of extra money. That was smooth. I see a Robotaxi down there. Is that Kim? There she is. Hi, Kim.
So here we are, we've arrived. I'm gonna gather my stuff because it's all over the floor. There's Dan. Oh my gosh, it looks like he might have beat me. I'm getting let out at a slightly different spot than him.
Where's she going? The champion is here. Wait, where are you going? Okay, oh no. It's still not done yet. Keep the clock running. Keep the clock running. We gotta sync it up. Pull up your timer.
All right, here we go.
Proof, we are synced up. Let's stop it, ready, stop. 15:05.
All right, you won. But I will say you had an unfair advantage.
Why?
Because you were facing the right direction. I had to go in.
So I have an unfair advantage because the Waymo is smarter than the Robotaxi and knows how to turn itself around before it picks up its passenger. Unfair advantage.
I don't know.
She just said it.
We took a slightly different path, and I even had an incident where the Robotaxi actually just like jolted me and kind of like stopped suddenly out of nowhere.
Really?
Yes.
Phantom.
And so I
Phantom braking?
I had a phantom braking incident.
I was here in 12 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes faster. I get that it had to turn around. I'll give it 30 seconds for that. But how fast was the top speed? Did you notice?
It was actually under the top speed. So it was going slower than traffic.
We hit 50 miles an hour.
That's great. You took a different path. I noticed that
We
you
did.
also
Turn left.
turned before I did. I turned on the next street over.
Yeah.
So what was that about? I don't know.
Bye. Oh,
Again, Waymo's been going at this now for a while. Robotaxi's brand new to this. Today is day one of people like myself getting to try it out with the app. Let's see what happens. I have a feeling over the next few months, you know, with the AI, with Tesla, seeing how fast it's improving. I don't know. We'll see. Future will tell.
I'm the champion. I'm the greatest racer in the world.
Now, my goal is always to be transparent with you guys and share the good and the bad. Dan and I took about a dozen rides with both Waymo's and Tesla's Robotaxi and had an overwhelmingly positive experience. Neither was perfect, and you could even say the Waymo service was more refined with route planning, pickups, and LiDAR being able to see through a heavy glare. Also, check out the sequence where the Waymo dropped us off in an awkward lot, but managed to do what any human would do to turn around.
It's really interesting because it's inside of this coffee shop. And it went in forward. What?
How's it gonna get out? Now I'm like, this is a really tight parking spot.
Oh, that's impressive, actually.
Yeah. I also think it's cool that they've integrated with the Uber app because it's a better way to kind of roll it out and kind of get more people to take it that might not have, you know, been used to it or wanted to download a separate app. But when it's in Uber and you don't really know if you're going to get a Waymo, it kind of is like, oh, hey, we got a Waymo. Should we try this? And it probably gets more people to use it. I'm curious, though, how many people click that they don't want it versus like actually take it. But again, Waymo has been at it with over 70 million autonomous miles and carried over 2 million paid passengers, where we were at day one with less than 20 early access testers like myself trying this out for the first time. With that said, another Waymo ride we did had its own challenges.
Doors will remain locked.
Unable
when
to
we
pull
arrive.
over.
Pull
Unable to
the
find
handle
a...
twice to open.
Woo!
Okay.
Unlocks. The second opens the door.
Oh, we just floored it. Wow.
Ouch.
All right.
We made it.
You're here.
Oh my
We did
gosh.
it.
We might have lost the bumper, but
So I couldn't find a place to let us out of the car, so it actually dropped us off about a half a mile away from where we put that we wanted to go. So now I guess I'm gonna be walking in the heat for about 10 minutes to get to where I wanna go. Dan and the Waymo won.
why do I feel like I won something? Like, I'm rooting for Tesla in a lot of ways, but it's still a race. And in my heart, I'm like, gotta win. You gotta be first place to go fast. I'm like excited, but safety over
I will say,
speed.
Okay, so there was a couple things that I'm going to say. First off, the Waymo started out the ride at the mark, right? If there's a race,
It was facing forward.
it was facing forward. I had to go in and turn around. So is it
To its
fair?
credit, though, you got to think about it. The Waymo strategically did that before it picked up the passenger. The Robotaxi knew where it was going to go, and it stopped. And so you had to go around. But yes, Waymo positioned itself. They're the ones that stopped there. Waymo stopped. I didn't tell it to stop there. And Robotaxi stopped at the exact same spot. It's just one of them didn't learn to turn the right way.
Oh, that is true.
It'll learn. Maybe AI will help the Robotaxi over time to understand, like, pull in and then flip around.
Also, we took 2 different routes, and you were able to go fast because of that. I was stuck in traffic, and you went pretty fast.
Yeah, I was going up to 50 miles an hour in mine. It was fast.
It was fast, and you saw that we were stuck in traffic. I didn't even get to the speed limit.
Wait, what's going on? You said you had phantom braking?
And I had phantom braking. Like at one point, all of a sudden, it just did that phantom braking thing where I kind of jolted and all my stuff flew on the ground. So
you
that
okay?
was the thing. I'm okay.
Do
I'm
you-
okay.
Do you
I'm
need
good.
do you need a personal injury lawyer? Like, does your neck hurt right now? Is your back okay?
Oh, Tesla, coming for you. I'm just kidding. I'm totally fine.
Yeah.
And what was interesting is the driver, or the, what do we call it?
Safety supervisor,
Safety,
maybe?
the supervisor
Yeah.
of the car said sorry about that as I got out of the car and said, you know, we appreciate all your feedback. So all this is definitely
Yeah.
going to be feedback for Tesla, for Robotaxi, so that they can improve. All those little things that we're seeing Waymo do that Robotaxi is not there yet. Also important to remember that this is day one, right? This is the
Yeah.
first day, the launch of the app, and we're just, you know, like essentially beta testers.
It took me 12 and a half minutes to get here. It took her 15 minutes. So I beat her by a lot. But at the same time, to that point of day one, like at this point, you want Tesla to have safety over speed. And so yes, it had some phantom braking. They're going to figure that out. Maybe it should turn around. That's easy. That's the thing about Tesla, having all of this database of AI and all these modules to be able, all this stuff to be able to change real world and real time. Like I can see 2 years, 3 years, 4 years from now, these cars are going to be incredibly smart and possibly smarter than the Waymos.
Now, we were told these cars are using Tesla's Hardware 4 suite, which is what you'll find in all Teslas being built today. The safety supervisors weren't really allowed to chat with us, so we couldn't tell which version of FSD they were operating on. But clearly it's a more advanced version, but it seems like it still has some of the same limitations that millions of Tesla owners have experienced, like low sun angles and shadows causing phantom braking. The Cybercab, on the other hand, is said to have Hardware 5, so it'll be interesting to see how those builds handle these lighting situations. What is the difference between Cybercab and Robotaxi for those that don't know? So Robotaxi is the service and Cybercab is the new vehicle that is still in pre-production. Now for the app launch, they are using Model Ys, the same Model Ys that you have at home that we see on the streets right now, and those all have Hardware 4 in them. So the major advantage of having LiDAR is obviously that it works in adverse conditions. It can work in rain, fog, where the human eye sometimes can be tricked. But in terms terms of using the cameras, it saves tons of money. But is that the safest approach? If this cost-saving approach is really the way to go when it comes to full self-driving? If it is, and if Tesla can pull this off, they're going to be able to scale faster than anybody else when it comes to these autonomous driving vehicles. You can see the whole geo-fenced area. I'm right in here. It gives you suggestions if you want to go into like cafe, food. Also, there's a flat fee of $4.20, of course. I do feel like this is a moment we've been talking about for so long, and to actually get to try it out right now is really exciting. I do wish that it was the Cybercab. I am slightly disappointed because of that, I have to say. And you said something super interesting to me earlier.
I used to work for a drug company, and one time I sold a drug inside of a drug class that nobody had ever treated before. And it was really difficult. The drug was awesome. Like, it was going to help people with this certain condition by a lot. But doctors wouldn't use it because they were a little bit nervous and we were the only company. All of a sudden, our competitors started launching things. And when the second and third person came out with drugs, it actually made all of us sell more drugs. And so I think that's gonna be a similar thing. Waymo's been really the only one that's like the big name. And now that Tesla is coming out and they're an even bigger name, people like me are gonna be like, autonomous driving's fine. And Waymo even has LiDAR. So I think, you know, the rising tide raises all boats. I think Tesla coming out is gonna help Waymo.
So look at this, press to open door. So you actually press to open the door. So it shows you how to open up the door in case you are unfamiliar with the Tesla, how to press that little button. And there it is, Robotaxi. And it's in gold writing. It looks like it's some kind of sticker on the outside of the car. How was your ride? I'm gonna give it 5 lightning bolts. Awesome. And then leave a tip. Should I leave $2? I mean, who does that even go to?
Just
kidding. Ha ha ha. Down here, we have the option to pull over if we did not feel safe and we wanted to get out. Now, Dan over here doesn't think that we should push that button.
No, don't push it, Kim.
He thinks that we should play it safe.
No, be respectful. You're one of 20 people outside of Tesla employees in the world that get this opportunity. Let's not push the pull over button.
All right. So we're not going to pull out or pull over.
It's your call though.
This time.
Oh, that one's definitely not. Okay,
that was a little bit of an abrupt stop.
Well,
right
that's
there.
because the light was red, and that guy that was driving the normal Tesla, he drove through it like it was nothing, and we stopped like a proper human being
true.
should.
We did. Now our safety driver up there is not able to talk to us, not able to answer any questions. It does not look like he has any kind of brake pedal at his feet. I tried to look up there closely and I did not see one. Now again, he has the options on the screen to push those. I also kind of looked over at his hand and it doesn't appear to be a brake, which some people are saying that there's some kind of hand control. I don't see anything.
Now, I will say a couple of the things. This is the next day. On Twitter, a few things that I noticed last night that I think are interesting. People are talking about, does it have a button on the handle that they can, because every single picture of the safety driver is holding onto the button. And what it looks like is the handle that opens the door, the little button. But some people are thinking maybe there's some sort of safety switch or something that they're pushing right there, an emergency button. That's possible. That's interesting. Another one is Elon Musk posted a picture with the Tesla AI team that is running the Robotaxi stuff. And on the left side, you see monitors and a computer desk with a steering wheel where people could possibly be remotely driving this car. It's possible. I don't know that that's happening, but it is a possible thing. When Kim and I were doing that race together and she was in her car, we went back, I looked at the footage of her. She noticed something really impactful. Phantom braking. It thought it saw something. If they ever want to get to like level 4 autonomy, even level 3 autonomy, where there's not a human in there supervising it, they've got to figure it out because LiDAR can do some things that cameras don't. And maybe these cameras are going to work. And with the AI and with all the data and then with the GPS maps that are programmed in, it might work. But I can kind of see the argument that some of the haters are making online. So very interesting. We keep saying this is like day one of Robotaxi. It's not really day one. Like we talked to one of the Tesla employees at the store earlier today, and he said for the last month and a half or so, they've been doing these. So this is day one of non-Tesla employees driving it around. So they have tested a lot of different things to make sure things work.
But let me know what you guys think. Did this little journey that I went on scare you guys? That phantom braking? Are you wondering, can Tesla pull this off? If they pull it off, this means big things. Yes, I had that one phantom braking incident. That happens if you are a full self-driving driver. You know that sometimes the cars do that, but it wasn't bad. I'm not hurt, I'm not injured, we're just joking. And I'm excited. I'm definitely rooting for Tesla. I hope they can do this. I don't think you should feel scared to try this out when it comes to a city near you. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. It goes a long way. I had to pay for myself to get here, pay for my hotel, all that so that I can bring you guys all this content. And I appreciate all of you.
I'm here. Again, a little different than a regular Uber driver. I would have waved at them and they would have like let me get in. I guess this is the safe place right next to what many say is a Tesla Cybertruck, but it's a dumpster.
See that Model Y over there? Every time I see a Model Y now, I'm like, wait, is that Robotaxi? Is that it? And we're flying over Giga, Texas.
Trying to find it. Where's the Robotaxis?
Any luck?
I found the Cybertruck tunnel. Watch this, I'll zoom in on it. Boom. There it is. Look at that Cybertruck tunnel. It's a boring tunnel that looks like a Cybertruck.
That's pretty cool. That's where the Cybertrucks are born, if you don't know already.
They literally are birthed. They come out of this canal.